they flicker and the candles glitter like you're in a thriller. Heart goes pum pum pum. Ghostly figures, they can get so bitter. Sure you want to enter, you can turn back. You don't know where I've been. What's going on inside? Where the monsters like to come alive, come alive. Do you really wanna know me? I'm really not that cozy. It's up to you, so you decide, you decide. Would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse, you know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd, I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you'll just take it out. A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. Broken windows and a warning scribbled on my wall saying that you better turn around. Wouldn't be the first to try to burn me down. Your move, you too. Would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse, you know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd, I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you'll just take it out. A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. Could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you're just taking sides. A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. Words till the coffin's in the dirt. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion. Lights they flicker and the candles glitter like you're in a thriller. Heart goes pum pum pum. Ghostly figures, they can get so bitter. Sure you want to enter, you can turn back. You don't know where I've been. What's going on inside? Where the monsters like to come alive, come alive. Do you really wanna know me? I'm really not that cozy. It's up to you, so you decide, you decide. Would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse, you know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd, I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you'll just take it out. A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. Broken windows and a warning scribbled on my wall saying that you better turn around. Wouldn't be the first to try to burn me down. Your move, you too. Would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse, you know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd, I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house.
Hello, everybody. think everything's working. Okay. Sorry, the game's loading really slowly for oh, great. It's not opening. But hi, how are you guys? Of course it's not functioning right now. Happy Sunday. Even the computer doesn't really want to function. Anyway, last weekend we had lots of fun playing the new Dark Pictures Anthology game, but we got through all of that. I still refuse to accept responsibility for that one death. That was not my fault. That was absolutely the game's fault. But today we are going to play more Scarlet Hollow. The new chapter is coming out Friday. It was going to come out Wednesday. It's coming out Friday. It doesn't matter to me because I stream on Sundays. I'm very excited. It's a nice, big, chunky chapter. But we're going to continue playing the chapter 3 so that we can get refreshed, but also pick different choices than what we picked last time. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. But anyway, game finally came up. Let me respond to this person really quick. Alright, so we are still working on our alternate playthrough save files. Yeah, there's this one. Where we lost poor Gertrude. Makes me really sad. And we lost we left the girls down in the mine. Again, in my playthrough, in my canon playthrough, we unfortunately lost the farmer. We still had Gertrude, and we saved all of the girls, but the librarian's daughter got her leg amputated. But that's not the playthrough we're playing this time. We're playing where we got her out safely, and lost the other 2 girls. Yeah, we just saved the queue. We're just loading from that. So how are you, Jay? How's your day going? It's full recap. It's quiet. Let me know if that's better balanced. The long lost cousin, the bad news, the 26-hour bus ride with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral for Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering around anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Afraid! I dusted. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and purls at her harness. This is Gretchen. I don't know why I kept calling her Gertrude. It's Gretchen. Pain, rot, decay. Just finished an online exam. Excellent. Yeah, I love when your brain just completely stops functioning. Isn't it the best feeling? Come on, you! Whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot! As the creature in the tree lane grew louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Dive to the flashlight and swing your body towards the woods. I said aim that damn thing, quick! Perfect. Wait, where's Gretchen? Where's my dog? Sorry, Gretchen. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Make yourself at home. From now on, you're back at the the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. Winnie said Winnie can fix you up some of Sybil's new blend. Maybe it'll calm you down a bit. I think you like today's mix. It's chaga and lemon balm. Should help ease your stress and tension. And if you feel like talking, I'll be all ears. I didn't do that. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. As usual, I'm not being consistent with voices. I apologize. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two had planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. Why do you care, Wayne? You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. Pull out your phone and dial Yoka. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. The kid just snuck into the Shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Ugh, whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? Still seems loud. I know that's too quiet. God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you listen. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. I don't know if we can fire him. His kid got stuck in the mine. My dad says our house is haunted. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. Wait a second, where'd the three of you run off to? Are you kidding me? There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the lights from your phone illuminates the chamber. Sammy, are you alright? What? Wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Sorry, kids. Grimpe managed to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. Collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After their time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Close your eyes, your thoughts drift to Alexis and Becca, terrified and alone, if not already dead. Yep. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. And it's really loud on my end, too. That there's a voice volume. This isn't a voiced game. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. Why didn't you shower last night? I guess you were tired. I showered. I noticed when I was combing through the achievements after the last time I played that there is a achievement for not showering the entire time you're here. Step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. Water is hot and surprisingly not clean. steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain. Wow, those two girls still buried in that horrible mine. Think about Gretchen and Stella's face as she pulled the trigger. Just give me all the terrible things to think about. Scrub feverishly, trying to script the memories from your skin as if they're part of the dirt that coats you. About Sybil's warning, the worst is yet to come. Think about Wayne and how many times he's watched you. Think about someone special. Think about finally being out of this hellhole and saving your own bed. We're gonna think about Wayne. How many times he's watched you unseen. You're done here. Turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Check in on Dustin! Let's go see his mom! There are two of them now. Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend?
Her name, Mom. She come to visit. I, Dustin, Mom. Gotta stay with Dustin until glass house empty.
There's something in the, greenhouse outside.
Thank you, human, for taking care of my boy.
What happened to your glass house?
Asshole squatter move in. Kick Dustin Mom out.
Is Wayne out there now instead of in the house?
Squatter tried to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but squatter not evil. It just tried to survive, just like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn.
I had a rough night. Can you console me?
Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too. If Cat Monster want to eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. Then Dustin and Mom eat like kings. This nature.
I gotta go, bye. I love that she calls herself Dustin Mom.
Okay.
That's it. Look out the window. What's in the greenhouse? I want to go explore. You walk over to the window, fondly thinking about the pleasant view it provided you on Monday. It's the same view. Check the closet. The creepy doll's still there. Check. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? No, it's still in the same spot. That's enough of this closet. Turn back to the guest room. Message, group chat with Stella and Kanika. Last night was terrible. Y'all actually bonded with Tabitha last night? Can't wait to Ghostbusters tonight. I get to meet Reese today. No, it's sent a photo of a pained old man. I think that's what we did last time. Last night was terrible. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Pull out your phone to text Stella. I missed your guest bed, lol. Say a photo of a creepy mascot in a grungy basement. Yep, gonna do that one. Send a photo of a creepy mascot in a grungy basement. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Text Kanika. How are things with Miles? Want to hang out with Reese? How are you holding up? Send her a photo of an exhausted Ben Affleck with the cigarette one. How are you holding up? Down we go. Nothing else to do in the bedroom. Oh yeah, hello. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Fruit glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Booksmart. You have to imagine that the fresh face in the kitchen is Janie. Tabitha did mention that she comes in on Wednesdays to clean. Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's gaze swivels from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. Bonjour, bonjour. Ugh, bonjour, sacre bleu. Do not think you can just bonjour me because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it? I see. Talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit on the head last night? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. To me, they kinda are. Hi, you must be Janie. Tabitha mentioned you'd be coming in today. That's right. I'm just here to do a little bit of cleaning. What cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Sammy. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. Thanks. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha, what with everything that's... Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Any update on those two girls? No. Look, you did the right thing last night. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. But I want to explore the greenhouse. My brain was just like, why are there so many dishes in the sink? She only eats... But then I remembered mac and cheese does take, like, a pot and a bowl, so... I don't need a babysitter, but I haven't had breakfast. Should have thought about that before sleeping in so late. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Sammy, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for those poor kids. I can't imagine how scared they must be. Thanks. Last night was a lot. If you ever need to talk to anyone, my husband is the local pastor. He's a gentleman and always willing to lend an ear. He's actually been going a little stir-crazy ever since we moved here, what with no one really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. I'm not really religious. That's alright. My Daniel likes to talk with all sorts of people. He just wants to extend support to anyone who needs it. Feel free to stop by the church anytime. The door is always open. Sorry, Tabitha, so mean to you. I'm not gonna say that with her right there. That's so rude. She may be rude, but that doesn't mean I have to be. I'm not gonna ask about Wade in front of her either. That's gonna piss her off. Have you seen anyone prowling around the estate? I'm gonna stop the two of you right there. Sammy, I'm busy and not in the mood to stand around waiting while you play Nancy Drew with my cleaning lady right in front of me. We're leaving. Bye, Janie. Alrighty then. Be safe out there, you two. Tabitha practically drags you from the estate, one hand clasped firmly around your arm. She continues to drag you all the way to her car, and from there into town. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. Should we be solving a mystery right now? During that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. You drink tea? Not just agent. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha return as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine. Okay. Keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Nika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. I don't think that's true, Tabitha. Because of everybody in town, you're definitely the one that keeps the most things to herself. And you're probably the least happy person I have seen in this town. It's very Hemingway of you. Worked out great for all of his characters, too. And for him. I think it's healthy to exist. I'd be losing it if Miles were my brother. Have I ever told you that you scare me? That's very Hemingway of you. Worked out great for all of his characters, too. And for him. Books are for children. I read expense reports now. We're burning daylight. Come on already. Bells at the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. I hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Sammy, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. Is Kaneko okay? I'm afraid of Miles. What if he makes fun of me for being old? Is Kaneko okay? Of course. She just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. Simple motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. I think we tried to listen in previously. Chat with Miles. So, Miles, before you can finish your thought, you're halted by tinkling of bells, announcing another patron. Oh, good! Oh, we get to talk to Bo while his dad's actually still alive. Or in this case, another 2 patrons. Well, if it ain't Sammy. Bo, this is Miss Scarlet's cousin. She was there with Stella that night in the woods. It's a pleasure to meet you, miss. My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Hope you've been faring better since all that unpleasantness. Things have gotten worse. If I'm being honest, I almost forgotten you existed, Duke. How have you been hanging in there? Oh, I can't complain. I miss old Birdie, but there's nothing I can do for her now except protect the rest of my brood. Them things won't so much as step foot on my property. Not with Bo and me watching the perimeter without shotguns at the ready. We even set the missus up with her pistol. Good thing we was watching. Nearly caught Julius trying to make off with Big Betty. As if he could have carried off a nearly 2,000-pound pumpkin on his own. I'd almost love to see him try. It's not like we'll be taking her to state fair anyway. No, all she's good for is making the world's largest pumpkin pie. Okay, but the thing is, giant vegetables are very impressive to look at, but the flavor is awful the bigger they get. I don't think Mama has a tin big enough for Big Betty-sized pie, Daddy. Big Betty is a pumpkin. Have you seen any of those creatures around your farm? Yeah, we saw a few of those things. They get scared off before I could start shooting. Nasty little boogers. We've been all been losing sleep, making sure we can keep an eye on things. It's even rubbing off on the hands. None of their little ladies have been laying this week. You know, Daddy, I bet some big mastiff could keep them things away. Seems like just the kind of job for a guard dog. Now, don't you start again. We ain't getting a dog. I got enough mouths to feed, and as much as you say you'll take responsibility, I know it'd be me cleaning up after it. How old is Bo? Besides, I don't have much faith in those things would be stopped by a dog. Some more than a few in that nest. Things we saw on Monday are called ditchlings, and they're a bad omen. They're supposed to be a bad omen. Ditchlings? Sounds like some old folktale. Suppose that suits them. As for being an omen, I believe that too. I suppose there's not much to be done if they're forewarning some kind of disaster besides looking out for me and mine. Still, I appreciate you telling me, Sammy. Things have gotten worse. I did hear whispers about what happened up at the mines last night. I love how quickly everything spreads in a small town because it's very accurate. So sorry to hear about those young ladies. Scarlet Hollow ain't so safe this week, it would seem. Who's Julius? Julius Tremaine. Practically spits the name. Some cousin, however, many times removed, though I don't claim him as kin. He owns the farm next to ours, except he doesn't seem to have a good grasp on whose property is whose. Think he owns half our land, always sneaking around and taking vegetables we planted. Of course, the way he tells it, we're the ones stealing from him, saying he's the one putting seeds in the ground. He's a miserable old cuss, and he knows it too. Stealing vegetables born of other folks' hard labor is probably the only joy he has in life. I read about your family's feud in the library. Oh! They're descendants from that family, okay. Did you now? Weird bit of local history for someone to decide to write down. It ain't even interesting. Betty is sure is. Probably would have taken home at least a few ribbons at the state fair this year. Maybe even a world record if we're lucky. Ah, well, my hands are more important. We'll just have to grow an even bigger one next year, Daddy. Land's been good to us. We sure growing big out on the Callaway farm. Yeah, clearly. Do you see, Bo? Nice seeing you, Duke. It was a pleasure running into you, Sammy, but we'd best get on with our shopping. Can't spend too long away from the farm with those little devils running around. Can't leave my mama all by herself up there for very long. You have a good one. Hope Scarlet Hollow treats you better from now on. It was nice meeting you, Sammy. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Shuffle off into the aisles. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast, meet at library after, and figure out plan. Then it buzzes again. Stella sends you back in an image of an exhausted alien. Hey again, LOL. If you want to come over for breakfast, would not hate it. And then it buzzes yet again. Somebody was busy this morning. Sliding into the DMs, are we? If you want to hang out before the library thing, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Okay, let's see. I think last time we waited for Tabitha because we felt bad about ditching her. So the question I was thinking about, and I still haven't really decided, is where we want to go with this. Do we want to get closer to Kanika this time? Do we want to stay closer to Stella? Or do we just kind of want to do whatever? I think it'd be fun to just stay closer to like one person. But do I want that one person to be Kanika or Stella? I am not as annoyed with Stella this run through as I was last time we played this. Or Stella was just like making all of the bad choices and really getting on my nerves. Stick with Stella after what happened to Gretchen. That's a good point. Let's go swing by Stella's. Doesn't take long to make your way to Stella's house. Knock on the door. Politely knock on Stella's door. There's no answer. You knock again, louder this time. Finally, you hear the slow and quiet shuffling of tired feet and the jingle of keys and locks. An exhausted Stella groggily stares at you from her doorway. Hey, sorry I'm a bit of a mess. I guess I slept in. A lot. Give you a minute to finish getting dressed and I can make us some breakfast. Stella talks from the other room as she changes. Aww, Gretchen. I like her little sponge holder. What are you feeling for breakfast? Pancakes, eggs and biscuits, maybe just a classic scramble. I also have toaster waffles if that's more your speed. Offering biscuits after I've had one of Winnie's. Someone's got a secret family recipe, huh? Maybe. I've never said they'd be as good as Winnie's, but I've certainly got a trick or two up my sleeve. I do love scrambles. I don't think this actually matters all that much. Trouble yourself. Just waffles, fine by me. Can you pick something for me? I don't want the burden of free will. That's actually me when I'm hanging out with friends. I'm like, whatever you want. Don't make me pick. Can't go wrong with the scramble. Definitely. Who knows how long it'll take us to bust Oscar's ghost tonight. We'll need all the protein we can get to sustain ourselves. We can even make them together. Oh my god, this jumpsuit's adorable! Alright, let's get started. Ooh, should we flirt with Stella? Is the jumpsuit because we're ghost hunting later? That's a cute jumpsuit. I'm gonna flirt with Stella. I'm gonna flirt with her. Aw, thanks. I thought you might like it. This used to be my lucky getup from back when I did ghost hunting videos. Though, I guess you might call it unlucky since I've never actually seen a ghost. But hey, after the past couple of nights, maybe we could use a bit of bad luck. Or the kind of bad luck where we don't find anything, of course. Don't want to jinx us. Should we start on food? I'm starving. Let's get started. I know there's a ton of methods for making a good scramble. Like, sure, some folks like to crack the eggs right into the pan, but I always like to have all my components lined up before turning the heat on. So I mix the eggs in a bowl with milk and seasonings, like my forefathers taught me. If you want to chop up some extras to throw in, I've got some fun options. That's the thing, you have to, depending on what you're putting in the scramble, you have to cook that stuff first, because eggs cook way faster. And if you don't cook up the, like, veggies, the potatoes, the onions, peppers, whatever you're putting in it, you have to cook those first, because they take longer, or you're going to massively overcook the eggs. Cooking tips with Sammy! Stella lays out a spread of ingredients: mushrooms, bell peppers, onion, garlic, sausage links, bacon. This all sounds so good. I had some French toast with, made with chocolate babka bread and some sausage this morning. That was my breakfast. But yeah, all of these things take longer to cook than eggs do. Bit of everything. BT scramble. Bit of everything. Gather up a few choice veggies and breakfast meats and get to chopping. Anyways, seems like you got an earlier start than I did today. Anything interesting happen while I was asleep? The cabin give you a hard time. And, suppose there's any news from the mines? Ran into Duke and Bo at the gym. Tabitha was planning on babysitting me all day, but I managed to slip off while she's picking up tea. Glad you're here. It's been really nice spending time with you, even if a lot of it has been the two of us running in terror from the monster of the day. I ran into Duke and Bo at the general store this morning. Hanging out with Tabitha in the last playthrough was a lot of fun. I really liked that. But this is probably going to be fun too. I trust these games still over. Ran into Duke and Bo at the general store this morning. Oh yeah? How are they doing? Have they run into any more ditchlings? Yeah, a few. Seems like they've been fending them off so far. Things are getting worse, aren't they? When I talked to Tabitha this morning, it sounded like they'll still be digging all week. Stop thinking about them. That must be too dark down there. There's not much we can do. Wait, they'd probably be dead though, right? That was a lot of rock. Sure, they're fine. Let's not think about it. I can't stop thinking about them. It's so dark down there. Yeah. They'll probably be out of there in no time. I know Tabby said it'd take all week, but when we left last night, her crew had already made it pretty far into the entrance. I'm sure it won't be much longer until this whole thing gets sorted out. How are you still so positive after everything that's happened? Different people cope in different ways. I know there's nothing I can do about the situation, so I just try not to think about it. If I did, I might sink into a pit of despair, and then I'd just be as useless. But if I just tuck it all away, I can be there for people who need me. That's not a healthy attitude, Stella. You know, like the way you've been there for me. Booksmart reference, Jane Eyre. I like that they had to let you know that it was a Jane Eyre reference. So keep the things you're scared of locked away in the attic of your mind. It can easily end worse than if you just dealt with them outright. It's like Mr. Rochester. Those things may one day break free and burn your whole house down. Stella pauses for a moment, contemplating what you just said. I feel like you're making a reference to something I haven't read. But I totally get what you're saying. I should keep them in a metaphorical shed out back instead. That way they can't burn the house down. Which I guess is my body in this metaphorical sense. Maybe I should build an actual tiny house and write down all my bad feelings on little slips of paper and stuff them in there never to see the light of day. No. This is not healthy. That is not how you deal with any of this. That sounds like pretty good therapy, honestly. No. But in the meantime, I can just choose to pour myself into distracting activities with the people I care about. Like making breakfast. Gotta make sure we're fueled up for our ghost hunt tonight. I'm extremely pumped. Whatever happens, I hope it's scary. I'm craving that adrenaline rush. We have had an adrenaline rush every single night that we have been here. After everything we've been through, I'm pretty nervous. I'd rather we just didn't do it. I didn't sign up for any of this. I don't know if it really matters how I feel about it. It's gotta get done. Can't be worse than the last 2 nights. Don't say that. Still don't believe in ghosts. Still on for that. I'm gonna go. I don't really know. I don't know if it really matters how I feel about it. It's gotta get done. Yeah, Oscar and Rosalina are stuck living in a back room. Gotta get done. Even if getting it done just means finding out that there isn't a ghost. And hey, it'll probably be chill. Ghosts are usually pretty harmless, I think. This one is not. As long as you're not adventuring in an abandoned mine. I don't see how even a legit haunting could be anywhere near as bad as everything that happened to us yesterday, or the day before. It gets pretty rough. And barring the whole Tommyknocker situation, if those even were ghosts, I've never actually encountered one. Odds are nothing serious happens, and we get a night of well-deserved rest and gentle sleep. Oh, Stella, please don't say it'll be chill. You're gonna jinx it. Keep saying things are going to be chill, and then they're very not chill. I'm gonna go with hell yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm excited to hang out under less stressful circumstances. Just jinxing it. It's probably time to start the first round of ingredients. A nice balance of meat and veggies for our balanced breakfast. Stella slides the ingredients from the cutting board into the pan. They sizzle, the aroma of cooking onions and bacon filling the air. Thanks for coming over, by the way. It's lonely here sometimes. Look at the little blush on her cheeks. Tabitha, do you think you'll always live here? What happened to your parents? You and Tanika seem really close. Seems like you and Tanika don't hang out much anymore. I'm not hoping I can ask all of these. Tabitha. Sorry, Tabitha's kind of a jerk to you. Why do you still bother Tabitha? She's so mean. Why do you keep harassing my cousin? It seems like she doesn't want you around. No. It goes. Why do you still bother with Tabitha? She's super mean to you. I don't think that's true. She's distant, sure, and kind of terse, but I think that's just her way of joshing with me. Like the whole band from the mine thing. She's so funny. I know you think it's so funny, but I'm not sure. She should just talk to you. I know. I wish she would. But she's cut herself off from the rest of the world. The best I can do is be there for her in case she ever changes her mind. So, what exactly is your history with my cousin? Okay, I guess I can spill the beans. I suppose you could say we kind of dated. Oh, I never picked up on that before! It was never really official, and she might tell it a little differently, but as far as I'm concerned, that was my first relationship. I literally never picked up on that before. Not that she's my type or anything. Honestly, that's a lot closer to you. What the hell? You dated my cousin? So, you play for left field then? Maybe more like center? I'm into all kinds of people, if that's what you're asking. Still have feelings for her? In case I haven't made it blindly obvious, I'm interested in someone else. Okay, talk about that. Interested in someone else? Talking about who I think you're talking about, I'm sure the feeling is mutual. Whoever you're interested in sure sounds lucky. Wait, you're talking about me? Wait, I'm interested, but I don't know how I feel about being with my cousin's ex. Fuck that. Sorry, tell I'm not interested in someone else. You're talking about who I think you're talking about, I'm sure the feeling's mutual. Oh yeah? Well, if that's the case, maybe I'll have to make a move soon before someone else snatches her up. Stop. What was it like dating her? She's hilarious. And I don't know, it's hard to explain what draws you to somebody. I like the challenge of breaking down all those walls she built up around herself. It was kind of like taming a wild animal, you know? But it all just kind of stopped after high school. Guess we didn't do that. Didn't see each other every day, and she was always busy at the mines. There wasn't much of a chance to hang out anymore. I wish we could have stayed friends, like actual friends. I could have used someone like her after the big accident. I think it was at school already. Reese was sick, and Tabitha wouldn't even return my calls. It was, well, it's ancient history. Can't change the past. That really sucks. Like, I know Tabitha's prickly, but it's not, you can't just abandon a friend like that when they go through something that hard. Do you think you'll always live here? I'm gonna go with the parents. She opened it up. What happened to your parents? Stella tenses. Car crash. They were taking me to college. Oh. I didn't wind up going to college. Not much more to be said. Did you ever try to go back to school after that? Took me to college. Were you in the car? Maybe explore first, hopefully. Did you ever try to go back to school after that? Stella stares down at the breakfast food sizzling away in the pan. No, didn't have to. I inherited this house, so I didn't need to worry about where to live. And why leave town? I know everyone here. I don't know anybody out there. Hey, Oliver! Except you now. Going to college, were you in the car? Yeah. God, that's awful. But hey, life moves on. Let's not dwell on stuff like that. Can we talk about something else? Yeah, 100%. You think you'll always live here? Have you ever thought about moving away? Hard to say. This house means a lot to me. This town means a lot to me. And I haven't had to think about where to live or where to go. But I guess I could see myself leaving for the right reasons. Or for the right person. Stop! Seems like you and Kanika don't hang out much anymore. Yeah. We kept up while she was away at school, but now that she's back, she's so busy with the store. It's really not fair that she had to put her whole life on hold. It's been nice hanging out with her more for the past couple of days, though. Even if I wish the circumstances were better. So, we're actually going to meet Reese today, right? Heck yeah, we are! If Dr. Kelly tries to turn us away again, we can just sneak in. Nothing will stand in the way of us and friendship. Are you sure he's real? What's he like? I'm not about to ruin a cool and mysterious introduction by telling you. I think you like him, though. I do like him. Mom's got it rough. Yeah, can't imagine being in her shoes. Her whole life is taking care of him at this point, you know? I'm not... These questions are... This one could be funny. Are you sure he's real? At the very least, he wasn't real for most of his childhood. And if he's a ghost now, that's even better. He can tell us what being a ghost is like. I'm not going to ask the do you think he's contagious? That's just rude. How's the food coming? Funny you should ask. Looks like we're done here. Oh, look at this scramble. That's not what I want. There was an option to like turn off the overlay or something. And with that, breakfast is served. Hope you're hungry. I'm glad you came over today. I've been having a little bit of a hard time sleeping the past couple nights. I'm sure you can relate. This looks so good. She's got toast. I want toast. I think I need a nice slow morning like this, just hanging out with you. As you and Stella start to dig in, you're interrupted by a phone alarm sounding off. Oh, shoot. I almost forgot. It's Mayor Jimmy Day. If they're even still doing it after last night. I wonder how far the news has spread. Either way, it's a good excuse to meet up with Oscar and start talking ghosts. Yeah, it is H, yeah. Oh, look at that. I want it. It looks so good. Look at her stack of mail that she's not opened, but oh, this food. Yeah. Oh, good. We can warn him of the upcoming danger. Stella falls silent. Right. Let's scarf this down and head on over. I'll make sure to bring some biscuits for the mayor. Yeah, we devoured that food. Biscuits, but we didn't make any biscuits. Don't worry about it, shall we? Achievement unlocked, Southern Hospitality. You and Stella make your way to the library. It's busier than usual. A small crowd has already formed in the corner of the main foyer. Now we're just waiting on Kanika. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Sammy to the mayor for like the entire time I've known her. It'll be worth it, trust me. I need to adjust my chair a bit. It's sitting too far straight. Alright, shall we? Gosh, I look very orange on screen. Whatever. Yep, he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the positions of authority he's been elected to. You haven't met the serious man by his side, but you have to assume that he's the mayor's handler. We have to, that's the cop, isn't it? Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. He's a dog. I knew he'd be a dog. Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We need your help. We're gonna go with the explore options first. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking. Only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best interests at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. I knew he'd be a dog. And what bearing does that have on anything? Yeah, didn't you already figure that out? It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends, and Winnie's Biscuits, oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. Now, is there something I can help you with? You're not one of my constituents. I'd like to make sure I spend plenty of time with the voters. I miss Gretchen bitching here. We did there's something serious going on. We're doomed, aren't we? Look at everybody's faces. Doomed? No way. Not while we're on the case. Scarlet Hollow has lasted since at least the early 1900s with the dog in its highest seat of power, so I don't think that's what'll make or break things. Maybe a dog mayor is our good luck, who knows? If you're here about the pet disappearances, I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn, that's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I love that he's stereotypical bad mayor, focused more on tourism than the problem. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse yesterday. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? You care about tourists? How do you know what's going on? So you know there are monsters laying eggs in the local animals, and you're just gonna let it happen. You care about tourists? Look at this guy's face. Of course. I'm the mayor. I know about what goes on in this town, and I know what the people need to see. And what they need to see is their elected official not breaking down in public. I'm a pillar of this community. I need to present myself as strong, calm, and collected in the face of danger. Otherwise, it might cause a panic. And nobody wants that, right? All right, you've had your turn with the mayor. Now move along and keep the line going. And by the way, I know you were up at the mine collapse last night. I may be off duty, but I'd be remiss if I didn't let you know that I've got my eyes on you. All of you. Let's hope the rest of you stay in town is a little less conspicuous. What are you, a cop? I haven't done anything wrong. As a matter of fact, I am. Like, there's a little dog cookies jar up here. Sel and Kanika quickly shuffle off out of the room ahead of you, leaving you to follow. Bye! Right, it won't be less conspicuous. Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Oh, right, this creepy dude. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're interrupted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Sammy? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. I doubt Perlan is in a better place. She sounds like she's awful. Let's not kid ourselves. We both know Perlan is in hell. Right? The creepy music. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good, deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? I've never encountered one myself, but I have heard stories of folks who have been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them with a sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Perlan? Or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? No, Oscar's place is haunted. Ew, no, I mean real ghost stuff, scary stuff. I'm gonna be rude to this guy because I don't care. I think last time I tried to be more diplomatic, but... Ew, no, I mean real ghost stuff, scary stuff. I prefer to think of ghosts are our loved ones reaching out to us from heaven to let us know we don't need to worry about them and that we will be reunited one day. I like the spread of people waiting on the stairs. This is fun. Sure, that can sometimes frighten people, but holy visitations often do. We must remember to be not afraid of that we don't understand. Back off, preacher man. I ain't buying what you're selling. Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Just thought I'd extend the offer in case you needed someone to talk to. The church's doors are open if you ever change your mind. Have a blessed day, Sammy. Bye! The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. He is not in this line. That was a lie. Back off, preacher man. Well, hello, Oscar. Damn. Find them already talking to Oscar deep in the library. Are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back there after dark either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until that spirit is at full power. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts, and I'm not going to waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all are going to be the death of me. And you're sure there's nothing we can do for Rosalina right now? I don't think so. She's been locked up in the back room all day. Hasn't been very interested in talking to anyone. I think the best we can do is stick to the plan, ghost bust the house clean, and give her a real bed to sleep in tonight. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation? Is that what you call something like this? I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be set on preparations. The only thing y'all need to bring is an open mind. We'll have the power of friendship on our side. Heck yeah, we do! If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable. Thanks, Kanika. That's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you all did your best to help her. Well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's? Absolutely. Come on, Sammy. Time to go bother our friend. Oh, we didn't invite Tabitha to ghost hunt tonight. That's fine. I'm gonna get back to it. See y'all tonight. Time to go. So, about the mayor. He's corrupt. That dog cares more about tourist money than protecting the town. How does Scarlet Hollow even get tourists? Kanika laughs. We get a few. Who all come to see the mayor. The plot thickens. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. You're all right. His vibes are bad. He and Janie keep trying to make me go to church. That's all I have to say, really. I met him. He has been met. I have no opinions on him. His vibes are bad. God, you feel the same way. There's just something about the way he's always smiling. It's so creepy. The man was grinning through all of my dad's funeral. I'll never forget that. Yeah, that's not okay. And I don't mean in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He could look for friends somewhere else. Do you mind if I invite Tabitha ghost hunting? Oh good, we can still invite her. Please don't. Oh my god, yes! Can you imagine how fun that would be if she actually shows? Stella, come on. I know you think you have some sort of bond with her, but she's awful. She isn't even nice to you. You just haven't given her a chance. Maybe if she comes along tonight, the two of you will finally get along. No. Okay, so she was there last time. Never mind. I was gonna ask which I should do, but I'm gonna invite her. I'm inviting her. Kanika sighs as you shoot your cousin a text and invite her to the evening's ghost hunt. And more interesting stuff happens when she's there, I think. All right, you invited her. Let's not get into it. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. Aw, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, we'll have another opportunity to forge a bond of friendship between the two of you. Let's go to Reese's. All right, should we head out? 3 of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of the Kelly residence. cold hesitation grips you as the building's history looms over you from the hilltop. A refurbished Civil War hospital and tuberculosis clinic would be a strange and difficult place to live in during the best of times. Can only imagine the challenges of living there with a severe chronic illness. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Hey! Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Sammy, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I get all the Sammy updates. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and I knew you'd probably want to help me cook, too. What can I say? I make an excellent sous chef. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. You still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. You don't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. This creepy art, I still cannot get over it. A lot of these look like ditchlings, though. That is definitely a ditchling. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourself comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. You are concerningly skinny, sir. Kanika's right. Your mom is scary. I feel like she used to be less scary, but maybe I was just oblivious as a teen. Speak for yourself. It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she is a little harsh, she means well. She's just looking out for me. I love that we can flirt with him. I know you think you need her, but there's plenty of people out there who'd love to dote on you. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to flirt in front of Stella. I guess that makes sense. She's probably just worried about you doing her best. She's controlling. Is isolating you from your friends looking out for you? Well, one of the options is she's kind of hot. Is isolating you from your friends looking out for you? I don't think she does that. Does she do that? She did turn us away yesterday. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me. I was probably just asleep. She must have forgotten to mention it. I don't know if I would call that isolating. If it was a one-off, maybe, but it sounds like she does this really consistently, and that's the isolating. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Buddy. Not to cast doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them, and she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know, my body's pretty particular when it comes to food. just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. The whole situation's gotta be rough. Sorry. Thanks, but I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I just get such strong Munchausen by proxy vibes here. It's... I'm sure something more supernatural is going on, but that's just what it feels like it's set up to be Munchausen by proxy. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Race, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art, I'm doing fine. Really. True, we'll all join the worms one day. We've just got to make the best of what we've got. What's your diagnosis, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind, though the answers isn't very illuminating. It's not one particular thing, but a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to be one big diagnosis of bad genes. Guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. And hey, it isn't all bad. Some of it is just weird, like this. Reese pulls out the skin of his arm, which stretches unnaturally. Hyperelasticity. Kinda cool, right? Whoa! Does that not hurt? Nope. Feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. So has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple days? Oh, she told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know, he gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? Doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick, you know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to... There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we're talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the dish things we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they look like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Yep, they're them ugly little doughboys. Pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone, or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be a rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. What do you think's going on with Wayne? You know, Oh, the guy that's been following Sammy around while being all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. It is a very Jason vibe, isn't it? Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look, for all our sakes. Your art. Real Goya Black Period vibes with a healthy dose of Beksinski. Thank you, I think. Yes, that's a good thing. Then thank you. I really appreciate it. To be honest, I don't know much about art history. It's not exactly a popular subject in tiny K-12 rural schools, so my art education was lacking. I'm working in the dark as far as influence. And you're doing great, man. You know, you could gain a real following if you ever posted these online. Just saying. No, I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late-night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella, having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads, knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Okay, but if the only time you've ever put your art on display is a live stream during ghoul hours, when am I going to be able to see what you've been working on? Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings, then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions since I'll be dead. I'll be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. That's quite the movie collection you got. Any Rex? Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shinochi Deathblood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Dang, I would usually be so down for that, but we've got to head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghost bust his place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. I'll take a brain check on that movie, though. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for a movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night. Same goes for Sammy. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. I wonder if we are actually going to come back to his place tomorrow to watch the movie. Also, it turns out the Shinochi bloodshed does not exist. It was made up for this, so that makes me feel like maybe they will actually watch it, but who knows. So they're gonna go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K-12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I'd rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here. Though, to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. Need someone to pose for your paintings this week? That would be incredible. Though I should warn you, I work odd hours. I don't usually pick up the brush until late at night. But if that's not a deal breaker, it would be great to use a model other than myself and to have some company. I hope we get to see Reese more. Maybe we could all come. Wouldn't that be fun? Wanna come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh wow, do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along. That would be so amazing. But I haven't had the best of luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner is on the table! Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. Yes, ma'am. I'm allergic to soap and can't wash my hands. Yes, ma'am. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you accidentally wandered into a hospital waiting room. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. I feel like we have to come back to his place tomorrow. Maybe not, but like, Monday or Tuesday, I guess. Tuesday set up like, hey, Oscar's house is haunted and we'll go ghost bust it tomorrow. Whereas this, like, so many things are setting up for like, hey, we need to go back and hang out with Reese again. The movie, paintings, whatever the hell is happening down this hallway. So I feel like tomorrow we'll come back here. I'm really hoping. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. There's definitely something going on here. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door! Ah, that's so cool. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well, I need to see what's behind this door. Looking for the bathroom? So you passed by the open door that's clearly a bathroom and went snooping around? Come on, get washed up. Everything's waiting on you. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh, no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. There's something in there. Look at her fucking face. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce glare. He just has plain noodles, poor boy. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. I do think she's a red herring. Like, she's probably not doing the right thing, whatever it is she's doing, but I think she's doing it for the right reasons. I think she's genuinely trying to protect people. She's just going about it in a really bad way. Book smart. She's the town doctor. This dinner might be a good opportunity to question her about recent events. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands. And if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know I... No thanks, Stella. I have it on the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want them to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I would just rather know these things. Noted. Have you ever heard of factitious disorder? Of course I have. I went to medical school. What's factitious disorder? Silence falls over the dinner table. It's where someone pretends to be sick or makes themselves sick on purpose or does it to someone else. Oh, we're just straight up calling her on it, huh? Great dinner rolls, Dr. Kelly. I didn't make them. I just put them in the oven. His silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody is making eye contact with anyone else. The danger. You're a doctor. Do you think those kids are okay? It's possible. We'll see. In the meantime, I'm just stuck here waiting for the call. Here's hoping it doesn't come. An anxious silence descends on the dinner table. Yeah, I don't think we could bring it up like that. I definitely didn't have the book smarts last time, so that gives me different options. The more you talk, the less you feel like you're having a conversation, and the more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. Has anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. Are you sure? Not even a little bit? It could help our investigation into the strange going on. It's not like you have to name names. Investigation? Into what? The mind collapse? I think it's best left to the professionals, Stella, not someone who runs around in the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down in the mines last night that I struggle to explain. Maybe if we knew if there were any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could just rule it as a gas leak, but you were in an abandoned mine. The chances that you were huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that and treat it as a tragic accident it was, not like some kind of mystery to unravel. If we ask her about animals, I think she just says she's not a vet. Do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone who's been following Sammy around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have caught some kind of weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. See any weird hairless creatures scurrying around in the woods? I don't tend to go wandering in the woods, so no. You don't have to go all the way to the woods. They've been coming up to our windows at night. They've been... What? There are these things called dishlings, and they've been preying on the local wildlife, and Sammy and I found a whole nest of them the other night when we... Oh, I see. They're some of your little cryptozoological creatures. I know it sounds pretty out there, but I've seen these things in person. We're not messing around. They're out there laying eggs in animals and doing God knows what else. And here I thought you finally managed to get an even head on your shoulders, Kanika. Stop being a bitch. Seems like Stella might be a bad influence on you. I know her little stories can be convincing, but that's only because she manages to so thoroughly convince herself. She's not making up the stories. Neither is Kanika, and neither am I. All you have to do is look outside after dark. There have been more every night. They're all pale and doughy, and their faces, they're like sculptures of humans that didn't set right. I see. You stay up too late painting your grisly faces, so you started seeing them everywhere. I'm sure whatever's out there is just raccoons or... Stop! Stop doubting everything I say! Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow, whether you want to face it or not. The tension at the dinner table reaches a breaking point. Alright, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Sammy is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. The fact that he doesn't call his mom either. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it. I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house, please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. He seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves, and I can assure you that right now he is very much not fine. Now leave. Three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't do that. That's just so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid and for so long? A lot of parents? No, there's no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched, and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. Something weird happened when I went to wash my hands. It was like I was forced to try to break into the clinic. Forced how? It was like something was making me go there. I wonder, was it like that carving in the pit last night? Before you had that seizure, it was kind of like you were hypnotized. I wasn't there, but I guess I'll take your word on it. Hypnotism seems like a step up from whatever we've been dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. I guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? That'd be so weird. There is. I wonder if it'd give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am! Maybe tomorrow! Fingers crossed. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Sammy got. What if we get the girls out of... What if the girls get out of the mine and Dr. Kelly gets called away and we use that as an opportunity to break in? There's something seriously wrong with that dynamic. That's probably the understatement of the week. This whole thing is fishy. I'm starting to feel my fear of Dr. Kelly is a little more justified than I thought. She's just overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on. And she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than him just being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's just get going. The sun is setting, and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. I do like how positive Stella always tries to be, but she definitely takes it way too far. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, time for ghost hunting! This is gonna go disastrously! The library feels differently. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of the night is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Your thoughts jump to the ghost books you've read over the years. So often the ghosts in stories are metaphors for something else. Are real ghosts metaphors too? There's a ditchling, and there's more. Go grab a snack. And another one over here. Oh god, there was something in the window. I just saw it. Oh. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Reading adventure. Hey, Oscar! Are you back yet? Shh! You can't yell in the library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're here sooner than I expected. Hope dinner went okay? Yeah, it went okay. Reese wasn't feeling up for longer hanging out, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay, it just means we have more time to hunt ghosts. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case ghosts messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. Someone get this girl some phasmophobia. She is locked and loaded. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in, light, and pop up out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. This whole town is one big supernatural death trap. Why is our truck full of ghosts last night? Last night was weird. I don't know what we saw. There's nothing unexplainable about a mine collapse. Whatever weird stuff we saw last night. Probably the gas leak. There could always be a rational, non-supernatural explanation of what I saw last night, like aliens. This whole town is one big supernatural death trap. I swear it's not usually like this. It's a really nice place to visit most of the time, just not this week apparently. Yeah, you can tell from all the shuttered storefronts and jaded residents. Maybe this place has been a metaphorical death trap for a long time, and it's decided to be a little more obvious about it now. Yo! Don't rush up ghost busting without Zane. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. I'm gonna grab my gummy bears really quick. Because gummy bears are the best. Especially when you can buy them in bulk and get exactly as many as you want. Which for me is always lots of them. Gummy bears. Oh, they smell so good too. Zane, glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 5 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and... That's everyone. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess she can catch up to us once she gets here. Well, if y'all are itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me.
Hey, human, take ghost ass, okay? I miss my special treat.
You and your companions grabbed some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction connecting Oscar's house and the library. I don't see any ditchlings in this shop, for now. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey!
There's no way you're doing this without me.
Rosalina, we talked about this.
No, you talked at me about it. I'm sick of other people making decisions for me. I just want to be able to live in our house again. I'm going in there and sleeping in my room tonight, no matter what.
Let her come with us. It's her house, too.
Exactly. I don't just want to be coddled just because you're scared. If Zane is coming, I have every right to be there, too.
She's got a good point, Mr. G. You're right. I'm sorry, Rosa. Just let me know if it gets to be too much and you want to leave, okay?
Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back.
There's a ditchling outside the window. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books sit comfortably on the wooden furniture. You can imagine long winter nights reading by the fireplace without a care in the world. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera just in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Tabby! Hold it. You're not taking my cousin along on any more of your little hijinks without me. Tabby! I can't believe you had the audacity to give me the slip earlier today, Sammy. After I explicitly asked you not to. At least you did me the courtesy of letting me know exactly where you'd be. Oh, there's a ditchling inside the house now, too. Where you'd be tonight so I don't have to waste my time looking for you. Yeah, I invited you. Yes, I ditched you, but I invited you in the end. Great. She made it. Wow, Sammy, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. Yeah, I know. We all know. Sammy, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? She's my cousin. What? I like her. We're friends. Really? No, I'm just here chaperoning. Wow, Sammy, do you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's a word for it. You're a little too optimistic right now. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I wonder if the ghost will even show up with this many people around. Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. Temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity.
Is that it? This isn't very scary.
Wait, Rosaline, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it?
I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out.
I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library.
Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it.
We're gonna go with... No. Maybe it's just shy. It's possible that it doesn't like crowds. It's only ever shown itself while I was alone. You're welcome, then. I love you, Tabitha. Uh-oh. Oh, no! No, my game froze! Leftover spaghetti, nice. Heating up noodles is hard. It doesn't always work out very well. No! I was just thinking I should save too. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I don't think this game has an auto-save feature too, does it? Car says. These gummy bears have some interesting flavors. Well, if we have to redo a bunch of that, we'll just speed run through it. I'll make all the same choices, and I won't read everything. Dang it. Yeah, I haven't saved anything this whole episode. Time to speed run. Hi, Dustin and Dustin's mom. So anyway, I'd love to hear your guys' theories on what might be coming up. Nope, no autosaves. No autosaves whatsoever. Blue. Blah 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 blah. I don't think the aura reviews matter at all. for the uninteresting part of the stream. Hi, Stella. Let's have some scramble. Flirt. Bit of everything. Last night I made a expensive but fancy fish stew, so that's what I'm gonna have when I get done with this leftovers. Not something I make very often, but you know, I don't have any fancy meals this week, so might as well treat myself. I also bought some fancy locally made butter, very tasty. Car, which is awful. Gonna meet Reese today. How's the food going? Time to eat. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Duffy's a dog. Blah, blah, blah. We're doomed. He only cares about tourism. Leaving, bye. Let's be extremely rude to the pastor. You know I meant real ghost stuff. Talking to Oscar about how messed up everything is. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Tabitha, please don't, but I'm gonna anyway. Head to Reese's. We will save here again just in case. We're at Reese's house already. Look how fast we can get through these things. When we're not actually reading anything because we already read this. friends. Stella's told you about everything happening. Any thoughts on the ditchlings? Very scared. The town is doomed. Tabitha, she's mean. Everything's going on with Wayne, the guy who's stalking me. I'm sure she's gotta be rough, sorry. What's your diagnosis? A lot of things. Hyperelasticity. Your art is interesting. Won't show it to anybody, but will it to them afterwards. Movies. Great, check out the movie. History go way back. They've been friends forever. If you need someone to pose for your paintings. Wanna come ghost hunting with us? He can't. Dinner ready. Yes, ma'am. Get drawn into the door. Go back to the door. Get shoved in to wash our hands. Dinner time. The most awkward dinner ever. He's mad that they didn't show us. We're gonna call her on her bullshit. The danger. Are the kids okay? See any weird creatures? Being really mean and dismissive to all of his friends. This isn't okay. We get kicked out. Seemed fine before dinner. Thrown out of the house. Something weird happened. Something similar to being down in the mines. Nothing wrong with that dynamic. We're now back at the library. And there's ditchling. I think that's Wayne in the window. So Wayne's just waiting for us in the library. Which, you know, makes sense because we know he gets involved in everything that happens in a second. Whole town's a supernatural death trap. Zane's here. In we go to Oscar's house. Rosalina insists on coming as well. In we go, ditchlings. There's the camera, get it set. Tabby's here. I like her, we're friends. Okay. Now, we are basically back to where we were. Dad made her feel this. Maybe it's just shy. Okay. Yo, once we find the ghost, how are we gonna get rid of it? Like, how does one bust such a thing? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. And if worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Yeah. Teen interests. Many Boys. New album. I didn't notice the posters last time. This is anime. That feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Eesh, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. That stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Let's get scientific about this. If you scrub the stain out a bunch, maybe that's part of a summoning ritual. I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever. How was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Ghost blood. Have you tried tearing up the carpet? In a house owned by the government? Nope, I'm not messing with their carpets. I'd rather scrub ghost blood out of the carpet every day than have the government take me to court for destroying their property. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? I hate to agree with Tabitha on anything, but some kind of structural damage does seem likely. Tearing up the carpet doesn't seem like such a bad idea. Plus, there might be something written under there in blood. Only one way to be sure? Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. I love everybody's like, oh shit faces. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish brown. Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. Nope. We're going down there, right? Of course we are. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, all right. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is under the hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. Again. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room, and I need to know what's down there. Have you considered that they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. That is so loud. You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight, and that painting's gone again. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we get back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Is painting some kind of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I needed to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? You Cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must just be misremembering things. Let's go. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly, whatever it was in that basement is messing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door. Two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. See the creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens. Which one? Oh, this one. It's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Ew. Tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? Pinch Tabitha to see if you're dreaming. Did we die? Don't be so dramatic. I think I'd know if we were dead. There's got to be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait, do you hear music? Oh, I've done this before. It still scares me. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Huh? Thought Oscar said the county owned this place. Is this what ghost hunts are usually like? Huh? Stella, it's us. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? Eddie? You've gotta be kidding me. Okay, it's definitely Drake. Come and see him. Stella, are you okay? You don't look so good right now. You're just pranking us, right? Wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone. And you absolutely shouldn't have showed up here of all places. That expression, though. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what father might do. So I'm really scared right now. I'm gonna play along. Not scared of father. Okay, what is this? Some kind of scene? Wow, great job. You got me. You can stop now. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to the Western Front, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up, shut up! Double check. We had notes. Where did I put those notes from last time? It's very bright at the sun. Too many notebooks are on my desk. So Charles Shaw was the manager at the time of the mine collapse, so it probably this is the son of Charles, right? I'm gonna close the blinds because I'm getting blinded. Shut up! She can't. She's clearly possessed. Stella the ghost? Have I been talking to a ghost this whole time? No, she's possessed. Edwardine Scarlet. Do you know that name? Tabitha tenses. Of course I do. She's our great-grandmother. And Stella knows that. But if this is some kind of possession, there's no way it's her ghost. Edwardine died in the estate. There's no reason she'd be haunting the annex. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. Let her go, please. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. Come on, Tabitha, get with it. I'm not going back into that house. Do you need to hold my hand, or are you scared? Hold my hand, Tabitha. Yeah, I'm scared. We should hold hands, for safety. Not because either of us are scared. Hold your own damn hand. We're going back inside. She yanks your arm, pulling you back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Let's turn back. Maybe we just got turned around. Two of you turn around, only two of you met with the same door. Where's the annex? Where are we? Okay, what if I keep my eye on the door and you turn around? Okay, I guess it's worth a shot. Tabitha walks behind you and turns around. You feel her back crash into yours as she stumbles backwards in shock. You've got to be kidding me. Can you still see it? Unfortunately, yes. Screw this. Cousin turns back around, storms up to the door, and throws it open. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? It's a very bloody pickaxe. This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her phone. She waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... Cousin is cut off by the dial sound of the disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. It's on her own. I wonder who she tried to call.
Father was left town, Charlie. We're moving to a new house, okay?
What's that name again? Charlie. Again, grabs Tabitha. Turn around. Okay. What's that name again? Charlie. It doesn't really matter whether we say the lines or not. Whether we play along. I think it's gonna play out. What a helpful clue. I'll make sure to write it down in case it comes in handy later. Good, we should be keeping track. I know you're being sarcastic, but it's a good idea. If you want to write things down, be my guest, but I'm not interested in whatever little mystery is unfolding here. I just want this ghost to stop messing with us. Spirit us back out into the real world.
Can't come back. We've got to live somewhere else now. But that'll be fun, right? There'll be new kids to play with. You can show them your little dolls. Hurry, sweetie. We don't have much time. There he goes.
I wonder if we should be paying attention to the symbolism in these rooms. There's someone being carried off on a rail outside. That must be Charles Shaw. There's a mural of it in the library, which means that this happened right after the collapse of 1918. And the pickaxe is probably emphasizing this place's connection to the mines, too. You can have fun doing this by yourself. You can have fun doing this yourself.
No, she can't come. I never want you to say her name again. Do you hear me? We aren't friends with the Scarlets anymore. Oh God, they're outside. Are those torches? We don't have time, Charlie. We have to go right now.
Rosalina is whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As she departs, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We've both died, and we're in hell. Was it supposed to be Charlie? Is Charlie the ghost? Who did you call on the phone earlier? Okay. Is Charlie the ghost? I guess as good as mine. Who did you call on the phone earlier? Friend of the family. Not that it matters, though. The call didn't go through, so we're on our own. Okay, let's put our head together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. And whatever we saw in this room, at least, happened right after the Shaw mine collapsed in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. There's so many ditchlings here. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. No wonder you were too scared to come back to the estate on Monday. You're right, there's only one way to get to the end of this, shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. You're outside. It's night, a false moon looming massive in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. And he dare. What magic words do I have to say to get you to let us go? I'm sorry, okay? Whatever my family did to piss you off so much, I'm sorry. Oh, dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Okay, these scenes are out of order. This one must be after the garden and after the collapse. That's exactly what I was thinking. This has to be after he met back up with Edwardine. Wait, what am I doing? I refuse to get invested in figuring out this weird little puzzle. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you youngins. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? So, like it is. Charlie wants to get out of this place. Do you have any ideas? So Everdeen and Charlie... Let me just spoil it for you and say it doesn't work out. Our great-grandfather's name was not Charles. I'm sure by now you realize the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Yeah, Enoch took over after the mine collapse. So, Edwardine is Enoch's daughter.
Where's my cat?
Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? The great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. I don't know much beside that, so don't bother asking. Up to our parents. What do you know about my parents? The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both be free. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Nika Mime's handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. I can identify some of the plants in this room. There's Jimson weed, monkshood, and what's either Queen Anne's lace or poison hemlock. Some pretty toxic stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, heavily associated with witches. Could explain the moon as well. Okay, so there are evil plants. How helpful. And the moon could mean anything. It probably just means that it's nighttime. That's where you'll find them. Meet her there, then read what I've written down, and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find the way out, unless you have any ideas, which I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die, whichever. Before two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh, with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. Doesn't seem to have the same issue with these little miserable little parasites. Gonna squish it. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? Come. Oh hey, it's Tabitha's ex. Hey Wayne, you wanna figure this out with us? Don't talk to it!
Let Sammy speak. I'm no enemy.
Don't listen to it either.
What an unfortunate situation you've dragged me into, Sammy. Why can't you do as I ask and stay out of trouble? But that girl won't let you, will she? Stella. Is that her name? Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon. If she makes it out alive.
You leave Stella alone! Tabitha bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Stella. Oh no, what's he gonna... Tabitha, who the hell is he? You see it again, ignore it, or better yet, run away. Come on, we need to keep moving. If that thing got in, there must be a way out. It's interesting that she calls him the thing.
Nice, creepy.
The two of you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. Figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. That sound. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking painfully small. Sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. I'm sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. Bottles and rails. There's liquor everywhere, and after the collapse, Senior was run out of town on a rail, hence all of the rails. Goat portrait back there is what the wounded lamb from the room with Rosalina grew up to be. Same as the goat head in the garden. As in Charles Jr. Charlie. Yeah, that seems to sum it up. Jeez, I kind of feel bad for the guy. Ugh, that's exactly what he wants us to feel, isn't it? He's feeling so small and pathetic in that bed. Damn it, Junior. How many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Something on your mind? It was Charles Shaw's fault. That's just a fact. What they say about history are written by the victors. And Charles Sr. was clearly not a victor. Except the Scarlets were any kind of victors themselves. The collapse hurt their reputation too, you know. It took years for the mine to recover. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. Do you know if he's getting close with Edward Jr.? I don't know. I guess it's possible. It doesn't look like it panned out. Damn it, boy. I may not have till the morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back, and at the very least show the Enoch bastard what for. I promise. Watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is so full of it. I love that her inclination is to jump into the hole. Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. Stella stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. There's so much, like, this lamb is everywhere. I think I'm gonna be sick. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. Neither of them ever left the shadow of their parents, did they? I guess not. I don't think either Charlie or Eddie really got what they wanted out of life. It doesn't justify what this ghost is doing. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it. Though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Dang, even Possessed is out here trying to monetize hobbies. For naming the end of things, do we have a plan yet? For nearing the end of things, do we have a plan yet? If you're asking that question, then the answer is no. I'm waiting to see what happens once the show is over. A traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, could we go to the towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. Or should we go back in time all those years ago and tell them what we know? Me too. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. There. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another word. Creepy! Let them go. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. We're the final performers, aren't we? We must be. Which one of us is going to open the door? I'm opening it. Carefully step towards the trapdoor. Creaks open all on its own. God, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. Go save again. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Eddie? These sound effects, though. Oh god, I'm actually gonna be sick this time. Cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Dean was a murderer. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Enoch died nearly 80 years ago. Does it matter what he did? Does it even matter if he framed Charles Shaw at this point? Who's left to be hurt by any of this? Ugh, what now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? Tabitha is the one you want. You haven't even stepped foot in this town for a couple of days ago. No. Sorry you died. Don't answer it! You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die. Please. I have been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for your years, for some of your years, to pay for the years that were taken from me. What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No, 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 it is absolutely not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. Sins of the father. Laid upon the children. One that you must forfeit, doesn't matter which. Bullshit! You're on trial here, aren't you? Advocate for yourself. Oh, that's talking to myself. Advocate for yourself. If you're putting us on trial, you need to give us a chance to present our case. Yeah, we have rights, you know. I take it you have a plan, then? Plea is met with silence, but silence isn't judgment. Keep talking. New skills! I do wonder how all of this would play out if you had the, like, supernatural powers. side of things. Do you want revenge or do you want justice? You don't need anything from us to move on. Whether you realize it or not, nobody's keeping you here but you. You can't give me closure. The rivers you showed us were rife with overblown metaphor and exaggeration. How can you possibly pass judgment if you're no longer anchored in reality? Why should the sins of our forefathers be passed on to us? Were the Charles Shaw's sins passed on to you? They kind of were. You're losing sight of things. Do you want revenge or do you want justice? We can help you actually right the wrongs of your past, but only if you let us go. More silence, keep going. You don't need anything from us to move on. Whether you realize it or not, nobody is keeping you here but you. We can't give you closure. Fresh tension bubbles up in the air. You're almost out of this. Why should the sins of our forefathers be passed on to us? Were Charles Shaw's sins passed on to you? In life, did you want to punish Edward Dean and Enoch? Or did you want to move on and build a brighter future together? Jury box is pulled away as you and Tabitha are brought face to face with the spirit. It's time for your closing argument. You hated the way your father destroyed your family. Don't become in death what you despise so much in life. You don't need to take anything from us. You've kept yourself as a prisoner here just like you've kept us, and just like you've kept our friends. All you have to do is let us go. After all these years, someone has finally heard you. We're going to find out the truth of what happened to you, Charlie. You can finally rest because your burdens are ours now. I think this last one is the best. After all these years, someone has finally heard you. We're going to find out the truth of what happened to you, Charlie. You can finally rest because your burdens are now ours. Silence. Did we get out of it without giving up anybody's years? New exciting things! Everything's stabilizing again, it looks like. We got out of it without sacrificing years! Woohoo! I got double shots yesterday. This one is definitely a lot more tender than this one. Oh, still got the like strings on his fingers though. Oh, Charlie. Oh, this feels like a way happier route than what we got in our canon playthrough. Achievement unlocked, the haunted turnabout. And then everything fades to black. Okay, I'm gonna save again because I don't trust this. You and Tabitha come to in a basement, a mound of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, though Sybil remains standing on the stairwell as if she's been patiently waiting for you to get up. Yeah, she didn't interject this time. And Wayne didn't show up for a second time. Ah, the spirit is gone, and the two of you are back, and both of you are whole. I have to admit that this is quite an unexpected outcome. Excellent work, Sammy. I hope you don't mind, but I took advantage of the distraction to free everyone else. They're all outside. Take all the time you need to collect yourselves. I'll see you out there. Sybil heads up the stairs, leaving you and Tabitha alone in the basement. Huh. So that actually worked. Do they call it a flooster? Flu-shot and booster over there? No, that would be very funny if they did. Did they call it a flooster to you too? I've got to stop picking fights with you. Yeah, you do. Investigate the shallow grounds. Sybil's got some actual mysticism going on. Ho ho ho! Is that a bit of respect from you I'm detecting? Before you go, you decide to investigate the shallow ground in the middle of the room. Tabitha follows close behind you and watches as you dig. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken, at the bottom of the pit. There's another stone carving down there, just like the one we saw in the mines last night. This must have been where the map led him. He looks so small. What do we do about the body? I'm going to focus on the carving. Cousin stands in contemplative silence. Yeah, I guess so. Thanks, Tabitha. That means a lot. Yeah, whatever. Let's get out of here, okay? The Maryland Department of Health sent a reminder to get your flooster before Thanksgiving. That's adorable. Good for Maryland. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. Finally, we're out of the funhouse. I'm gonna go wait by the car. Last thing I want to do after all that is talk to people. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading toward the car. I'm gonna peace out too. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. Zane walks off down the road. How are we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so sore. Sammy, is it really gone? It's a bit of a Hail Mary, but yeah, it's gone. I'm not to sacrifice anything. I just saved all your skins through the power of my master debating skills. I'm just so happy that I could help. You're too modest. It's a considerable feat to reason with a spirit like that. Can't believe you actually got us out of there. And you got our house back. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make it up to you. To think that ghosts are actually real. I mean, I don't know what hard evidence we have, but we all vividly experienced the same thing. Stella's got to be over the moon right now. No, she is very upset. Where is Stella? I kind of thought she'd be excitedly rattling off theories by now. Oh, she's just standing there, by herself. It isn't like her. Is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. I just saw a ghost, and she's just standing off by herself. Which, like, fair. That'd be a normal reaction from anyone else who had just seen a ghost. But this is Stella we're talking about. I'll talk to Stella. I'm gonna go check in with her. You walk over to Stella. Oh, hey, Sam. Wow. You okay? I'm so sorry, Sammy. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you later, okay? Sherry's off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'll just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. There's another carving in there. I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms. He vaguely threatened Stella if I keep poking around. Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about her? Of course we should be. I'll make sure Stella knows what's going on. There was someone else in there? But that's my house. Rosalina and I live there. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Sammy for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. Suspicious. I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through in the last day, how could I have let this happen? You actually tried pretty hard to warn us about things, Oscar. None of us took you seriously enough. Well, I should have done a better job of warning you. I should have known how bad it could have gotten in there. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, I was just going to sneak in after you. You didn't put a ghost in our house. This is not on you. I know you've both had a difficult time of this, but the storm has passed and everything's worked out. Things will start getting better from here. There's another carving in there. What if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening? Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? And if you and Stella are right, there's another one in the clinic. I'm so sorry, I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town? I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. Were you all conscious that whole time? Everyone glances at each other, though none of them technically gave any of their years away. You can see how exhausted they are, how unsettled. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we remember everything. At least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. What was it like being puppeted? They all glance away. It hurt. Why didn't I make Rosalina stay behind? I can't believe I let that happen to her. Dad, this might be the overwhelming pain and exhaustion talking, but shut up. I love you. You didn't do anything wrong, okay? I had no idea I was going to say it. What I was going to say until the words were already spilling out. But I remember each and every one of them. It's like they were burned into my memory. You poor souls. I can't begin to imagine what you've all been through. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. There was no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out, and there's still work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night. Don't be a stranger. Let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will. Thank you. All of you. Again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. See you tomorrow, Sammy? Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Sammy. Yes. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. Time to wrap things up here. Go back to you. The ride back is quiet, but not tense. Tabitha looks lost in thought as her glazed eyes stare at the winding mountain road. Thanks for coming along tonight. That place would have been a lot worse without you. I'd say that someone had to be there to watch your back, but I guess you wound up handling everything just fine by yourself. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You've got guts, Sammy. Aw, she likes us. Do you trust me now? No, not really. I guess ghosts are real. Yeah, I guess so. Feels like people should be making a bigger deal about this. It's pretty terrifying to think about. Hell yeah, what a thing to be able to definitively find out. How do you feel about that? Same as I felt before we went into that house. You'd be surprised how quickly people adjust to terrible realities. I'd much rather move on from what happened tonight than make a big deal out of it, and I'm sure most of your little friends feel the same. Still, you did a good job tonight. I'm almost proud to call you my husband. Or my cousin. Husband. Words! Almost proud to call you my cousin. Slide back into silence as the car makes its way back to the estate. Yeah, we're almost done. Thanks for joining, Oliver. Next week will be the new stuff. I'm very excited. You're back inside after the events of the evening. The howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. I still don't see anything new. Well, we're back. I still can't believe we all made it out in one piece. I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. Here we go. Why is he all gross? He's sick or something. Probably why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. Did you kill him? He's obviously not dead, so no. Also, thanks for accusing me of murder. Love that. You really don't want me talking about to him. What does he know that you're afraid I'll find out? I just know him. Please trust me when I say he's bad news. Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No, he's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. All the more reason not to talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. Do you think Stella's okay? Like, emotionally? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. She's a pest. And like all pests, she has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. She'll be fine. How did you know to call Sybil? Who else should I have called? The cops? Oh yeah, she did call Sybil. I forgot. I believe you've seen their competence on full display. Besides, I'm sure you've heard that old woman talk. If anyone in this town would have known how to deal with a ghost, it'd be her, right? Not that we needed her help, apparently. But how was I supposed to know you were able to just talk a ghost into submission? You might have gotten rid of that ghost, but I'm still traumatized. That's great. Now you really are Scarlet. Let this be a lesson to you, Sammy. Alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. You're a true Scarlet now that you're traumatized. What a happy family. Alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all. And then the bus comes. Can we ever see each other again? You know, I don't have to leave the holler. I'm getting to like this place. Maybe you won't have to leave. Guess we'll see. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. I'm friends with my cousin. Yay! Don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. Before your thoughts can drift away to nightmarish recollections of hours past, your phone buzzes on the nightstand. Achievement unlocked. Lifeline. Hey, sorry I ran off earlier. Wound up in a really bad headspace. I care about you so much. Just need some time to get a handle on things. Sorry. Call her. Call Stella, but go straight to voicemail. Take all the time you need to talk. I'm the sorry one. I let that ghost hurt you. I'm here if you need me. Thought proving ghosts real would be exciting for you. Don't have time. The ditchlings are still out there. I'm sorry. I let that ghost hurt you. Put your phone back on the nightstand. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest, but disaster still looms over the town of Scarlet Hollow. Still, tonight was a good night, and you fall asleep with a gentle, well-earned smile on your face. It's the end of episode 3. Achievement unlocked, the Twilight Saga. Okay, cool. So, right here it says, you know, we hope to have episode 4 released before the end of the year. Achievement unlocked. It will release right now, Friday. It did get pushed back this morning because it was supposed to come out on Wednesday. So I'm really fingers crossed that it doesn't get pushed back again and we can actually play it on Sunday. But yeah, the plan right now is to play chapter 4 next week. It's apparently a really big episode. They said that the whole script for the entire game was 600,000 words, and the script for just chapter 4 was about 250,000 of those words. And I don't know if that's because it's going to be really long and take a long time, or if it's just that there's so many different permutations that we could be in at this point. I don't know. But I'm really excited. I think next time will give us a nice, good, chunky stream again. But yeah, I'm excited to play. I'm really into this story and these characters. I feel a lot less exasperated with Stella than I did the first time we played this. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where it goes. And I hope you guys are too. But we'll go ahead and sign off early today. Thank you guys for joining me. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you in December. How wild is that? Okay, bye.